Hey, buddy. Not liking the rain? Hmm? Not liking the rain? Stupid mosquitoes, though, eh? Hmm? Alrighty. So before I start making some noise and scare Buddy away, I want to get this thing fired up and get it moving under its own power. That's kind of the plan. So we have the fuel system hooked up. You didn't see, I kind of was goofing around. I kind of loosely just did the plug wires. I don't know if it's in time. I kind of have this part loose. And I want to look at the points and stuff anyways, get that set up. I don't have, I have battery cable, but I don't have lugs. I didn't go to the post office to see if my stuff came in. Apparently it did. So I got to get that hooked up, and then we got to start with the basic wiring, get a key in it, and then we can run for here and to the fuel pump. I did have to make a list because I got to do this. Somebody commented, and they're right. I forgot about these. So I've kind of started a list. I got to do these motor mounts. Over here, these U-bolts screwed up, so I got to make a new... Come on. Let's see if we can get those off. Anyways, these U-bolts screwed up, so I'm going to make another plate, and I'm just going to use regular bolts, and we'll just sandwich everything together. That's not a big deal. Kind of go over the front here, bolt everything up, throw some paint on the front, because we got to finish painting the front part of the rails. That would be nice. And, well, I don't know. I'd like to say we're going to take it for its first drive, but that's getting a little ahead of myself. First things first, though, we have started to make a list, so we'll kind of bang through a little bit of them. Like, I know you folks have mentioned shock extensions for the rear shocks, because I did buy them. I like that idea. They're pretty expensive. I got to dig around. Maybe I got a set of shocks with those on, so I'm going to look if I have that. So I got to do the front spring bolts. We got to do an E-fan. I bought one. It's too big. I need like about a 12-inch fan, something small. It'll fit in the front under the transcooler because I kind of mounted that up high. I don't know if we'll get as far as the shifter yet. The motor mounts, we'll bolt those in. Do some basic electrical. And we got to bleed these brakes. Just get that done. I keep putting that off. I don't know. I guess we'll just pick at something and kind of run with it. Got to start somewhere, eh? All right, well, enough moping around. Let's start kicking together what I can with parts I have. All right. Hey guys, keep an eye in there. Tell me if there's bubbles. That definitely sounds like one of those sides is sucking some air. My hands aren't long enough. I can't reach. I can't hold the hoses in and do this at the same time. I think we need more brake fluid on the one side. There, that should work. Hopefully you can see the bubbles. We don't want bubbles. Bubbles are bad. Oh. 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 Looking good. Hey, bud. Not impressed, are you? It is crappy raining outside, huh? And a boomer on top of that. You and Buddy are in the shop. That's pretty random. Right, Buddy? It's pretty random you're hanging out too. Anywho, oh, we can now. We managed to do our last spring. You're watching me, you do my one person bleeding. I know there's tools and things to do it, but this is just what I do and I'm used to. So we got it all bled. So we got brakes, so that's a win. Doesn't look like anything's leaking, so that's another win. So I never did get hoses or clamps today. I don't know why I keep forgetting that. But I'm gonna raise it up. I'm gonna run my battery cable front to back. Even though I don't have my crimps, but we can crimp those tomorrow when I pick those up and pick up some hose clamps and stuff. That will be the plan. It's raining like the dickens. It's only 10 o'clock, but I don't know that I feel like sitting in here too late, so I think I'll run that line. I will do my motor mounts because I didn't actually put bolts in those. So we'll get those. I'm going to order an electric fan because I don't have one, but a nice 12-inch is going to fit nicely into the bottom there. So, and I think that's what we're going to call it. Because till I get the crimps, I won't be able to wire a heck of a lot. I could wire more, but I won't really wire it. I want to be able to bump it over, try to find top dead center, get my distributor in the right place. Then we can mount my coil. We'll run some wires, put some fuel in it, and fire it up. At least that's the plan. But for now, we'll do these couple little things, and then, well, maybe I'll brush some paint on the front. We'll take the lights off. We'll pull the rad out. Do we have to? No, I can paint around it. And we'll just get some paint and some stuff. Will they do that? I gotta make some lower mounts. Now that I'm talking to myself. I think I want to make some different lower rad mounts yet. I mean, those will work. They're just not very pretty. They're kind of ugly. We'll see. We'll see if we change them or not. I guess as crappy as this harness is, I should split that out too, just so it's kind of nicely organized for that thing when I get to that tomorrow. It's not a lot of wires, so we'll break it up like I normally do. If there is stuff under the hood or what, I don't know, but we'll do that super quick as well. This is definitely a crap harness, but it'll do the job, at least for what I'm doing. Because you go in, I don't know, it's got the weirdest things. Like, I don't know why it would have, like, I guess cruise and backup share a wire, but why would even have that in a harness this small? Anywho, so we broke it down. I know wiring always scares people, but I don't know, if you just take your wires and put them into zones, I guess if you don't know what's in a zone, that might be hard. But I busted out to whatever it had for under the hood. So we got like our battery power here. One is the excite for the alternator, coil, and then one is like power for electric fan. So we'll use that to run the relay. So at least it's on when the key's on. And then I put a temperature switch in the motor. So when it gets to like 190, it'll turn the fan on. This is just radio random, like that kind of junk. I split this off because this was like heater and wiper, so whatever, they're kind of together. This one is like power for the dash, like instrument power, so I kind of left it by itself. And then over here we got hazard signals, the horns in here, so I think it's just power. And I think the brake switch is in here, to which goes to that blinker box, so I'm going to kind of like just wire that in to there. And what else is in here? Headlight power. So this is what I really hate about if you see like a rat rod wiring harness and it's like for $40 or something, this is probably what you're going to get. So that's the crappy part. So it's not what I call a headlight to taillight kit, because basically this is to power your headlight switch, and now you have to get all your own wires to run to those. So if your wires are okay, I guess, in your car going to the headlight, taillights, one of these would be good, but I don't think you'd be fully really rewiring it, if you know what I mean. Anyways, we broke down, then we got this last bundle, which is just everything to the key, like it's power for the keys, accessory, all this stuff. So this is like, that's really that simple. Like I say, it's just crappy because whatever, this goes to your instrument. There's no wires running to any of your gauges if you had sending units and stuff. Nothing there. There's nothing for signals, tail lights, headlights. That's all wire you have to supply yourself. So if this is $40 and the difference is spending another $100 or $130, $40, let's pretend you can buy a nice harness kit, a cheap but decent one for $200 or so. It's way better than these because at least they go headlight to taillight, right? Anywho, enough babbling about that. This does the basics that I want to do. Basically turn the key on, it's going to start it. Maybe I'll put a headlight switch in, but I don't know if that'll make a difference because the fella's still going to have to like run his own wire to the headlights and to the taillights and all that stuff. So you could do that with trailer plugs or extension cords, I guess, if that's something you want to do. But either way, it's going to turn key start. That's what I care about right now. And we won't worry too much about the other stuff at this point. Anyways, we got that out of the way. Now I am, before I forget, we're going to do the motor mounts. I already don't know what else I was going to do. Oh, run the battery cable. Let's do that. And then I think I'm going to call it a night because it's whatever. That didn't take very long. Took longer than I wanted. I bet you I took 15 minutes to dink around with that. But that's not too bad. Maybe 20 minutes? I don't know. It wasn't really that long. Well, that's where I'm going to call it tonight. We kind of ran, we got our battery cable here, and I ran for the fuel pump. So we got I piggybacked my fuel pump line off the battery, so I'm not too happy about this one here. I'll try to give that a little more breathing room. I always have a small fear that if this line ever melted or something, I don't want to like zip tie it to a fuel line. I think that stuff sprayed a little further than I thought. I got to get some more brake clean there, and we're gonna clean off whatever got shot out from the wheels there. We gotta wash that down quick. Anywho, that's gonna go up. That'll go to the battery. Battery will like loop around to a ground of some kind to the chassis, and then I'll probably run a relay up to run the fuel pump. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna paint it because these brackets are a little janky yet. I don't know how much nicer they're going to get, but we got to do something with these yet. So I'll have to pull the rad out one more time. We'll look at that, either weld them up nicer or, I don't know, figure something out. They're not very up to par there. So, and then, yeah, we got to change all the hardware out on this stuff because it's just looks like it was just jimmied together to make it a roller. But anyways, that said, I'm calling it for a night. Good enough. Till tomorrow. I've been doing a bunch of some wiring. I'm showing you some of it. I'm not going to go into great detail with it because I don't know. Like, I know some of you folks like to see everything because you can learn from it. But this is kind of like a one-off application. It's with a goofy wiring harness. There's like multiple things. Anywho, we have over here what I'm going to do. I'm going to explain what I'm going to do, and then I'm just going to do it. But I had the 2 wires. I got one for electric fan, like a fuse for electric fan, and then one for my coil. So I'll run the one to my coil, which then I'll piggyback over for my electric choke. So at least if my choke doesn't work or it doesn't start, we know what fuse to check. It only had one provision on something. I ran on the key. I think it's for a fan, which is fine. I'm going to use this to power a pair of relays. Well, it won't power it. It's going to turn them on. So when you turn the key on, it'll turn the fuel pump on. And it'll put power to the fan relay. I'm going to run a connection off the battery here, which is going to end up running the 2 of them. And can I put this one in the back? I just have the fan. Anyways, I don't know. Talking to myself. Anyway, I'm going to have 2 relays, fan, fuel pump. The trigger side of the relays are just going to go with the key. It's going to get battery power from the battery. One will run that. The other one, the ground circuit, is going to run off of the temperature switch that I have here, but because I'm putting the relays on the other side, it makes sense to put that thing in the other head right here. So I'll pull this block off out. I'll put it here. That way when the temperature gets up to 190 or whatever the thing is, it will engage and tell the fan to turn on. I've ordered a fan. We'll have a small fan sitting down there. We still have to look at this stuff down here, but I might hook... No, I should look at that before I do anything. I won't worry about the hoses or the coolant. We'll just try to get it to start. That's our goal in this video, just to get it to start. We're not worried about driving at this point. Yeah. Anyways, we will plug through and we will kind of show you what the end result is out of all of this, and then we'll kind of move on to a few other things. Yeah, I don't know how much of this I want to film. Like I say, this could be a very long run out video on just wiring, and it's like I don't think any person has the same harness that I have, and there's like lots of things. I do have to look up here because I don't know if I have these plugs in right yet. We will figure that out, make sure that's right. We did throw a grommet in here, so that's in here. I don't have any wires chafing on anything. Yeah. Anyways, let me plug through and I'll bring you back once I got stuff kind of done and working here. seeing how we got key power, I got, I'm gonna pull that fuse out. I don't have fuel in there and I don't want to burn up my pump. All right. Dang it, wrong one. All right. Finger in hole and bumpity bump. Oh. Oh, that was pretty good. All right, but to be fair, I'm almost always 90 out, so. But that's okay. This seems pretty close, but I don't have this. Oh, I do kind of have it in there. Whatever. Let's loosen that up a bit. And pop this out. It's not really in the right spot anyways. Oh, when I gotta get a gasket. See that? It just popped. That's okay. I will hunt around and find another one for there. And these points look terrible. So let's clean them up. At least without what do you call it? They're pretty cruddy though, eh? At least when they're off the car, this is actually easier to clean up. Although I don't think they're that hard to do in the car, judging by the GM stuff here. All right, well, now we try it out. All righty. Still don't have our throttle hooked up. I should put some zip ties here right away. New gasket. And let's get this sucker to point at 1 like it's supposed to. Negative. Oh well, this is my trick to get this to point there. You have to jump 1 tooth all the way around, or you got to stab something in there and fart around with it, but not what I'm going to do. Here we go. Numero uno. Cinch this down. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, let's see. Did I do it right? Did I do it good? No. Well, I gotta do some sanding some more. I'll bring it back once we got her going here. All right, well, we got our gas squirter 2000 here. We will see what happens. Distributor, super loose, check, good. Ooh. Maybe we'll Don't get a lot of fuel. Let's fill the bowl. Alrighty. Oh, I think I know I have a vacuum leak there, but whatever. That's not a big deal. That is. Dang it. All right. Let me get a jumper on there because we know I have so many batteries around here. We'll just expand all of our options. See what it says. See how it likes that. Kind of don't have any more gas. All right, shot some fuel in the tank. Put the fuel pump fuse back in. Ooh, there we go. See what happens here. Back to batteries. Jeepers. Survey says. Da, 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 da. This thing is not happy. This is a small block Chevy. This shouldn't be this hard to start. They just work. Starting to wonder if my points, something about points. Alrighty. Let's check the points again. There's clearly something going on there. Alright. We put new points in. Well, shouldn't say new. I found some in the shed. They're new, but they're old new. Anyways, we got those in. I've retimed it. Like, I don't know, redid everything. So I'm thinking we are pretty much in the zone. We'll eyeball that. Oop. Yeah, we'll have to work on the oil. Whoops. We gotta do some stuff with the red and a few things like that. But hey, it's a runner. That's good. Finally. I knew it had to be something with the ignition. Right. Well, unfortunately, my camera did not want to film stuff, but we got our gas pedal in. I drilled and, well, I did the old drill tap. Unfortunately, this is my success rate a lot of the time. Good thing they're cheap. So we have this up. I still got to kind of loop this a little better. I mean, it doesn't interfere with anything when the gas pedal's working. But not sure if it's too high. I might have to tweak the pedal and do a little bit. Anyways, we have that done. My headers were leaking a bit. So I just gooped up the gaskets. We got our gas pedal is in, hooked up, springs there. Everything's pretty good there. I mean, we just have to time it yet, but it's not a big deal. Yeah, everything looks good over around here. I have to time it and then lock this distributor down. But for now, it's looking pretty good. So you got a fuel pump. I don't know. I think the fan works. I guess we won't know till I get a fan, or I can just test the power there. But if the fuel pump's working, the other one should work until the sender kicks in anywho. But I think we should kick her over one last time, because I think everything's good here now. Pretty happy. All right. Well, I know I was playing with the transmission before, so I know that works. But I think we got everything sorted here. I'd like to try the gas pedal, but yeah, I guess. Let's sit in there and we'll see how it feels. I've put the gas pedal in, but I haven't even tried it. It's all right. Got our choke actually hooked up. Oh, I think it runs good. Not sure what I just shredded there. I just ate something. I don't know what that was. It was my belt. Well, that is pretty good. I'm pretty happy. My tranny's leaking a little bit. I just have my lines looped down there, and I don't have a clamp on it, so that's on me, but I didn't want my tranny cooler full of transmission fluid when I take that rad off tomorrow to figure out the front brackets and stuff yet, but hey, I think we did good. Oh, well, I think that's where we're going to leave this one. I don't know, I'm pretty happy we got it running. I know the transmission works, but we don't have the shifter in and stuff, so we're going to save that for the next round. I think next round we'll get the shifter in, and we'll probably just take it for its first little maiden little drive up and around the driveway here. But hey, it's hot. I think I'm done for now. I want to thank you folks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Later.